Hey, what's going on, y'all? Should have done this last year. Didn't get around to it. I wish I did. Last year was, after a little brief pause, it was mostly an exciting off season. I'm hoping this off season is even better. You know, we got some big names out there. Biggest being Kyle Tucker, of course. Today I'm posting my 2026 free agent predictions. It's gonna be more of like a rapid fire session. Um, just kind of, just going over each name, where they're going individually. Not really more in depth than that. I'm absolutely willing to discuss any of these picks, whether that's down in the comments. I'll link my Twitter slash X. Um, if you guys want to message me on there to talk about some of these picks. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoy it. I had a lot of fun making it. Trying to get my graphics game up, but yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you. To start us off here, we got Dylan Cease going to the Chicago Cubs. We got Ranger Suarez heading over to a rival in the New York Mets. Framber Valdez going out west to the San Francisco Giants. Arizona Diamondbacks, they're going to be keeping Zach Allen. Houston Astros try to step up their rotation a little bit, add Zach Eflin. Dustin May, I could see this on a prove-it deal over to the Angels. Eric Fetty going back to St. Louis Cardinals. Max Scherzer reunites with his former pitching coach Tony Vitello, San Francisco Giants. Tatsuya Imai over also to the San Francisco Giants. Tyler Mahle, Baltimore on a prove-it deal. Zach Littell had a nice little season, back to Cincinnati. Toronto keeps Chris Bassett, which I think will be his final year. Chris Paddock over to Tampa Bay, try to get himself right. Lucas Giolito over to San Diego. Jose Quintana, he's never going to retire, over to the White Sox. St. Louis loves their older pitchers, Merrill Kelly to the Cardinals. The Royals upgrade their rotation by adding Nick Martinez. Shodi Imanaga, surprise release, heads to the rival Brewers. Michael King finds himself in Toronto. Shout out to Rochester. Walker Buehler finds himself with the Chicago Cubs. Kona Takahashi, also of the Cebu Lions, to San Diego. Griffin Canning, back to the Los Angeles Angels. Speaking of guys who won't retire, Justin Verlander finds himself back in Detroit. Brandon Woodruff isn't leaving, staying in Milwaukee. Jordan Montgomery back to the team you want to ring with in the Texas Rangers. On to position players now. Danny Jansen headed to Miami. We got JT Realmuto staying in Philadelphia with the Phillies. Victor Caratini over to Tampa Bay. Becomes their starting catcher. The Mariners doing what they should, keeping their best players. Josh Naylor returns to Seattle. Kazuma Akamoto, one of the better players from Japan, heads to the Mets. Lewin Diaz, absolutely mashing in the KBO, returns to the MLB with the Nationals. Luis Arias going to the Colorado Rockies. Is going to hit 500 there. Paul Goldschmidt returns to Arizona. That's really the only spot I see him going. Shocker here, Pete Alonso going to the Boston Red Sox, leaving the Mets. Rhys Hoskins on a prove-it deal with the Pirates. Ryan O'Hearn joins former teammate Kyle Stowers in mashing in Miami. He raked last year. Speaking of keeping players, Seattle Mariners keep Jorge Polanco as well. The Yankees signed Luis Rengifo as a option just in the infield. Gleyber Torres over to the A's. Help jumpstart more of that offense. Willie Castro returns to the Minnesota Twins. Mariners can't bring him back, though. Eugenio Suarez down to the Texas Rangers. Alex Bregman rejoins his former manager, A.J. Hinch, in Detroit. The big ticket item from Japan, Munetaka Murakami, to Seattle to replace Suarez. The Pirates, again, prove-it deal, Yohan Moncada. The Braves get a defensive upgrade at shortstop in Ha-Sung Kim. IKF, back to the Pirates. Had a nice little year in Pittsburgh. When Otani says he wants you to stay, you stay. Miguel Rojas resigns with the Dodgers. Yep, he ain't going anywhere. Bo Bichette staying in Toronto. Kike Hernandez to the New York Yankees is another good utility option. Sungmun Song to the San Francisco Giants is their utility option. Dave Dombrowski is going to back up the Brinks truck. Kyle Schwarber staying in Philly. Pirates again, bringing back old Pirate Starling Marte. Phillies keeping Harrison Bader. That feels like a match made in heaven. Miguel Andujar back to the Reds. Hit 318 last year. Can you believe that? Mike Yastrzemski stays in Kansas City. Had a nice half a season there. Rob Refsnyder stays in Boston. Still mashes lefties. Can definitely still hit. Angels bringing in Max Kepler as another outfield option. The big ticket item, Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers, obviously. Cedric Mullins stays in New York with the Mets. Austin Hayes goes to the Houston Astros as another outfielder for them. Back to St. Louis, Marcelo Zuna. As with Austin Hayes, could use some more reliable outfield defense in Houston. Trent Grisham over to the Astros. Cody Bellinger staying in New York. Again, match made in heaven. Finishing off here with relievers, Pete Fairbanks of the Yankees, been linked to them forever now, it seems like. Raisel Iglesias stays in Atlanta as they try to bolster up their bullpen. Michael Kopech over to the Cubs. They got a nice thing going there in their bullpen. Along with Devin Williams. Again, nice thing going there. Why not? Robert Suarez over to the Dodgers from San Diego. Seems like something they do. Gives the Mariners a good setup man for Andres Munoz. Kyle Finnegan to the Mariners. Emilio Pagan down to the Braves. Andrew Chafin goes to Minnesota. Luke Weaver stays in New York after a bit of a rough season. Tyler Rogers had some success with the Mets there. Stays in. Houston Astros bring back Bill Maton. Kenley Jansen finishes out his career with the Dodgers. Toronto Blue Jays get another big-name reliever in Ryan Helsley. Again, he ain't going anywhere. Edwin Diaz, New York Mets. Well, there you have it. My predictions for the 2026 free agent class. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said before, if you want to discuss anything, you got the comments. I'll link my X/Twitter. Any way like that. I would love to discuss, genuinely. Sorry for the creaking in the back. I got an old chair and I need to replace it. But, again, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, like the video, consider subscribing. It is free. But thank you. See ya.